We're going to cross live now to Mali for more on the reaction there. We can speak with our correspondent, James André. As we were talking here in studio, James, this could have an impact on the security situation there in Mali. Tell us, what kind of reaction are you hearing there this morning?
Well, of course, there will be an impact when it comes to security here in Mali. As you know, it is a neighboring country. And I think what's very important to note this morning as well is that if this coup goes to its end, and indeed there is a military junta in power in Burkina Faso, there will be a situation where indeed Mali will be in between. It will create a kind of a three-country area in which military juntas will be ruling. Now, you do see the direct impact of this here. For example, ECOWAS has sanctioned Mali. As you know, all borders with ECOWAS countries are supposed to be closed, but we, France 24, we traveled to the border with Guinea, and there we saw that indeed the border is open, the trucks are allowed to pass through. Indeed, Colonel Doumbouya, who is in power in Guinea, has made it very clear that he will not close his borders with Mali. Now, will the next step, for example, be sanctions being dropped also towards Burkina Faso? And this, of course, is going to fragilize also ECOWAS itself. When it comes to security here, of course, in Burkina Faso, there is a very important French unit, which is Operation Sabre, which is based over there. Here, it is the logistical hub of Barkhane in Gao. The fact that these countries are all destabilized now means it's going to be very difficult for France to carry on being here in good conditions as the governments are indeed crumbling. So, yes, of course, we'll have to see in the hours to come if there are any protests here in Mali in support to Burkina Faso. One thing which is sure that we did see placards in the protest yesterday in Burkina Faso saying that they are, there is solidarity with Mali in the face of sanctions. So, of course, this is all a dynamic which will probably prove to be very dangerous.
And as you say, obviously we're still in the very early hours of the situation in neighbouring Burkina Faso. But Mali, like, people there are already facing sanctions, as you say, being imposed regionally. Further instability in the neighbouring country in that region, what kind of an effect is that going to have on people living there?
Well, the population, we went to speak to people in the markets yesterday. People are very worried. They're worried because they're seeing food prices rise, and they're rising very sharply and very fast. We had the people telling us that they couldn't afford to buy meat anymore. We also went to speak to people who work in construction, and they're very worried. What we have here now is construction sites that are stopped because there's no cement available, because indeed cement, there's very little produced in Mali. There are only 3 factories. Cement is usually imported from Senegal or Ivory Coast. Well, those routes are closed right now. So, yes, there is massive international pressure that's piling on. For now, people are showing support for the junta here in Mali, but there is growing discontent due to the economic situation. And, of course, things might boil over if prices were to rise too sharply. And, of course, there's another time bomb here, and that is salaries for civil servants. Probably the harshest sanctions have been put on the finances of Mali. And indeed, the big question mark here is how long can the Malian state, governed by this junta, if it remains under sanction, hold up and pay salary to its civil servants and, of course, its security forces.
Our senior reporter James André reporting there from Mali.